Contestant number 4, Steve Walle. Protect the spark. Protect the spark, Steve Walle.
I was 5 years old when I put on my first pair of boxing gloves. Began training. By the age of 18, one of the very best in the United States of America. Determined to capture Olympic gold in Atlanta, Georgia. And destined to become a world champion. And then everything changed when I collided head-on with a double-trailer semi-truck. My Olympic dreams. My dreams of becoming a world champion. And my life passed before my eyes as they pulled my body from this mangled mess. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and all those who believe in the possibility of your greatest dreams despite the adversity. I woke up in a hospital. I began to realize 3 things. 1, it's life, it's a gift. 2, building a dream is like building a fire. 3, they gave me a ticket for improper lane usage. I also realized that I was unable to walk. How was I going to be a world champion if I couldn't walk? The nurse came into the room. The first thing I asked her was, "Ma'am, when can I go home?" She said, "Son, you'll be in this hospital bed for 2 to 3 months, or until you can walk from your bed to the bathroom using a walker." I said, "In that case, ma'am, I'm going home next week." And then she looked down at me. The look of sadness and pity in her eyes. As she said, "Son, it is good to be optimistic, but you must be realistic as well." But what she didn't know was that moments before that, I had the spark. See, the spark is the conception of your greatest dreams. And if we allow doubt and fear, whether it comes from someone else or from our own minds, our hearts and souls, our greatest dreams can be snuffed out in an instant. But I refused to let that happen. And a week later, I found myself at the edge of my bed, attempting to take my first step. You know what it's like when you take your first step? Doubt and fear begins to cripple you. And I went for it. And at that point, doubt and fear consumed my heart and soul. My spirit carried me on. And inch by inch, step by step, I made it to that bathroom that morning. And that little flame grew just a little bit bigger. And over the next 4 years, I kept feeding this flame. And it kept growing bigger and bigger. See, when you feed your flames, you build your dreams. You build that fire. And it all started with that little spark that you have to protect. And 4 years later, I was in the boxing ring again on a world-class level at the United States Armed Forces Championships. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, we all want to know who's the best. But on that night, this soldier stepped in the ring. And you'll notice this medal's gold. Yes, I was the baddest man in you. And on the back, it reads 147 pounds. 147 pounds! It looks different now. And later that year, I represented the United States of America in the World Championships. Now you'll notice two things about this picture. I'm the pretty guy in the middle with the clear glasses. Not cool enough to wear the sunglasses. But at one time, I had beautiful hair. The other thing you'll notice is that this is a testament to what's possible when you protect the spark of your greatest dreams. Now, I never became a world champion. I wish I could tell you I won the gold medal there. That never happened. I never became a champion, world champion in the boxing ring. But when I became an elementary school teacher, in my second grade classroom, I met a little boy who would change my life. His name was Charles. Little Charles didn't know how to read. In fact, he didn't even know the entire alphabet. But his biggest obstacle, he didn't believe. But I did. So I taught Charles to read the single sentence, I believe in me. Little Charles must have read this sentence over 1,000 times. And then the glorious day came when Charles read his first book. After that, young Charles was unstoppable. Over the next 8 weeks, he read 87 books. And then after school was the day that it changed my life. He says, Mr. Vanderwall, we moved. I will no longer be your student. I lifted up his little chin and looked into his watery eyes. I said, Charles, you keep on believing in yourself. You keep on reading books, you're going to be all right. Charles started to run toward the exit door, and by the time he got there, he suddenly stopped, he whirled around, he held his little clenched fists up, and he shouted back, Mr. Vanderwall, I believe in me. He taught me I could still be a world champion, just in a different way. And today,